Hi, my name is Feldman, and I am the owner and designer of Linkouture. I really love just seeing what people can make. I'm always amazed at people's abilities. For example, this pillow here, someone wove by hand. I could never do that. And I just think it's incredible that someone could spend so much time and effort into making something. With something handmade, there's a story and a person behind it. It's not just a factory, it's not something that's being mass produced, it's someone taking the time and effort into creating something. For me, I love owning things that are unique and have a story behind them. Pretty much everything that I own that's handmade, I can remember where and when I bought it and the story behind it. I think one of my favorite things that I've ever received was a needle point that my mother made for me for my bat mitzvah. My mom doesn't consider herself very artistic, but she's actually quite talented, and she spent so much time working on this needle point for me, and we'd be in the car and she'd be working on it, we'd be sitting, she'd have a few spare moments and she would work on this needle point, and just knowing how much love and time she put into it made it so meaningful for me. I love starting with a pile of rings and just watching it transform into something that you can wear. When I make my jewelry, sometimes I have an idea in my head and sometimes it just kind of naturally evolves. So it's just fun to see, when I start with this pile of materials and to see how it changes and transforms into something. When I make a new piece of jewelry, maybe I'll have a set of beads that I want to work with, and then I'll see what ideas come from that. Or sometimes I have a very set idea in my head and I'll go and purchase beads that go with that look. So it just, it depends from day to day what inspires me. For as long as I can remember, I've dabbled in jewelry making, from safety pin bracelets in 3rd grade to friendship bracelets and gimp, I guess some people call it lanyard. So I've always enjoyed doing it. And then a few years ago, I discovered Etsy, and I went on a bit of a pearl buying binge. And then I had all these beautiful pearls, and I had no idea what to do with them. I was kind of in a jewelry rut, so I decided to take a break from jewelry making. And then a couple of years ago, I discovered chainmail, and I just fell in love with it, decided I wanted to learn how to make it, and I got really into making chainmail, and I found a great way to use all those pearl beads I had purchased, and I decided to open up my Etsy shop, and the rest is history. The thing I love most about having my own creative business is the freedom to do what I want to do. I love making my own schedule, setting my days. I'm a morning person, so my day gets started at 6:30 when I wake up. And I really enjoy then being able to take a break in the middle of the day, maybe go to Zumba at 9 o'clock, or go to a class in the middle of the day. It's just fun, the fact that I get to spend a good chunk of my day making jewelry is awesome. I think the hardest part about having my own creative business is knowing how and where to focus my energy. There's so much to do, and I'm the one that has to do it all, from social media and marketing to being out there and selling my products. So it's kind of hard sometimes to know how much time I should be focusing on each aspect, and I find that sometimes I'll get a little too caught up in the social media, for example, and then I'm like, oh shoot, I haven't made any jewelry for a couple days, maybe I should focus on that because that's why I'm doing this and that's what I love. So it's just knowing how and when to spend my time can be a little hard sometimes. It's really important to connect with other small creative business owners. There's so much to know and so much to do, and it's really helpful to have a network of other people who are in this with you. As a business owner, sometimes I feel it can be a little isolating because I am by myself for most of the day, and it's nice just to have some other people to talk to, maybe do work with, see what they recommend, especially because I'm so new at this, that having a network of people who can give me support and advice is invaluable. When I'm not making jewelry, which I actually do really enjoy doing, I love exploring. I'm a huge fan of traveling, as you've probably know because I took 5 months off last year to travel South America. I loved even just exploring where I live, walking around, seeing what new things are opening, maybe walking on a side street just to get a different view. I love taking Zumba classes. When the weather is nice, sometimes I enjoy running outside. And I really enjoy spending time with my friends and family and reading. I'm a huge fan of reading, whether it be blogs or books. And I started a book club as well, so lots of interests. There's like 10,000 seconds to be between. Come here. Yeah. Come here. Stop being a pain in my behind. I don't know if he's being a little. This cat hair from everywhere. Alright. Anyway. Don't do drugs, kids.